What's happening, everybody? Howdy. Yes, this is the BTS orchestrated version. Isn't this beautiful? It's Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I heard this one last night. I was looking for some intro music, and I fell in love with this. I love it. Love it a lot. Oh, you guys came back. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Isn't this nice? This is nice. Beautiful painting, too. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here. All right. This over here. I think I'm up and running. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So it's from this guy here, MDP Music. Check him out. I'm gonna sub right now. Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's turn that down and let's talk about today. So thank you for being here. Yeah, Sundays. Sundays are a lot of fun. Thanks for being here. I missed you guys. It's good to have you all back. We are continuing with the Rise of Bangtan Chapter 12, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It should be a good one. I love all these, all these episodes are all pretty good. And then right after today's stream, we're going to move over to Twitch, and I'm going to be doing a live album reaction to the album Wings. Yeah, this one's highly requested. A lot of people are very excited about this album. I know a little bit here and there from checking out my Blood, Sweat, and Tears music video. That kind of messed with my head a little bit. And I was talking to one of the Dream Team members today, and they shared a little info about some of the behind the scenes of the music video and what all the symbolism means. And dude, it's a lot. Everything has meaning. Everything means something. Nothing is frivolous. Everything is there for its certain meaning. It's pretty wild. So yeah, we're doing Wings today. I'm excited for it. Let's see here. Let's kill that for right now. So yeah, Rise of Bangtan Chapter 12. We're gonna do that right now. Directly after that, we're gonna move over to Twitch. There should be a link in the video you're watching right now if you want to check out the live album reaction to Wings directly after this. If you can't make it, or if you're watching this at a later time, that reaction should be up on Twitch for about 2 weeks, and then it'll live indefinitely on Patreon. And then if I can release some of it to YouTube, I'd like to. I'd like to start releasing some more my BTS reactions on YouTube at some point. But this should be good. This should be exciting. Obviously, huge thank you to the Dream Team. In fact, I got a little surprise at the beginning of the stream on Twitch. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But yeah, big thank you to them. Big thank you for you for being here. And I love it. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well today. Let's get right on into this. Let's move this over here and let's see what Chapter 12 has in store for us. Here we go. Get more audio. There we go. You excited for this since last week? I've been excited too. Dude, honestly, Sundays are my favorite day of the week now. They're so much fun. Sundays and Wednesdays. Those are my 2 days I look forward to. Oh, here we go. Hey, Candace. Welcome, Honor Squad. This is like the most artistic music video I've seen from these guys yet. Everything means something.
진짜요? 진짜요?
근데 저희가 지금 이 아름다운 순간의 끝에는 뭐가 있을까?
이거 황유라가 끝난 뒤에
글쎄요. 잘은 생각은 안 해봤는데 조금
분명히 지금이 이제 가장 높이 와 있는 거라고 한다면 분명히 이제 내려가는 순간이 있을 거예요.
아름다운 순간의 끝은 항상 끝이죠. 끝이 있는 거죠.
그렇기 때문에 저는 지금 저희가 많은 분들이 봐주시기에 그리고 저희가 스스로 느끼기에도 오르막을 생각한다고 하지만 그와 동시에 또 팀의 리더기도 하기 때문에 늘 이 내리막의 순간은 어떨지 그때가 오면 어떻게 될지에 대해서 사실 걱정하고 생각을 하는 편인데
여러 가지들 중에 이제 몇몇 가지는 이제 제가 후회하는 부분들이 있었을 것 같아요.
항상 이 불확실한 뭔가 미래에 대해서 특히 두려움이 되게 큰 것 같아요, 제 자신은.
Fear.
이렇게 많이 이루어놓은 것들이 있는데 이것들이 한순간에 정말 다 사라져버린다고 생각을 한다면 정말로 무섭지 않을까요?
Seems like they're having some anxieties here. You know, it seems like they're all thinking, you know, hey, what goes up must come down. And they think like they must be peaking at some point and they're going to come crashing down. And they're almost like mentally preparing themselves for the moment where they feel like they might be irrelevant or their journey with music and doing this has ended. It's kind of sad to see, but I mean, at the same time, I also know this is like 5 years in the past and they've since exploded even more than we're about to see. So whatever, they'll be fine. But you can definitely tell that they're worried that things might be slipping away from them, that, you know, at some point that this whole thing's going to end. And they're kind of, mentally preparing themselves for the moment that happens. Thank you, Scorpion Lady.
2012년 9월 25일 제2회 로크. 내일 26일 날 이제 곧 나의 컨셉 트레일러 인트로 영상이 공개가 되는데
아까 낮에 찍은 게 저거잖아. 이제 거의 다 왔습니다.
진짜 떨린다. 그리고 진짜 이번에는 나 또한 칼을 갈고 연습을 했고.
What is this?
근데 너무나도 좋은 모습을 보여드리고 싶었기 때문에.
수고했어요.
I'll make air horns.
제 순서 걸어가요.
Oh man.
솔직히 말해서 박수를 많이 받고 싶다. 박수 쳐주셨으면 좋겠다. 이번 영상을 보고 와 역시 호비라는 말을 듣고 싶다. 이렇게 생각해보면 나도 진짜
Boy Meets Evil.
진짜 가수하려고.
Oh, J-Hope does the intro of the next album? Hell yeah.
2016년 9월 25일 제2회 로그 끝.
어두워져가 내 미래의 불 지기 어린 사랑의 이른 꿈을 내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited.
이 사랑은 악마의 또 다른 이름 손을 잡지 마. 외쳤지만 쳐버렸지 내 양심을. 날이 갈수록 느끼는 날카로운 실드 현실에 지겨붙게 묻은 비트. 생각 못했지 그 욕심이 지옥을 부르는 나팔이 터지는 숨이 차오르고 뒤틀린 현실에 눈 감는 매일 밤 울리는 비극에.
Hopefully that choreography thing is in the list today. I really want to see what he's doing.
그 소리 너무 달콤했기에 연애지에 스포레진 미래 깨어나고 볼 땐 이미 사방인지를 건드릴 수 없는 매서운주의 시선들 기적을 외쳐 현실을 미치도록 좋았지 달콤함에 중독된 병실 그래 병실 놓치기 싫어 쌍마의 손길을 But it's the sweet It's the sweet It's the sweet too bad.
Dude, the production on this is already incredible.
It's the sweet, it's the sweet too bad. But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet too bad. But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet. It's too evil. It's too evil.
This is jazzy.
It's too evil.
And soulful.
Yeah, it's evil.
All right, I hope whatever that was is on the list today. If not, if one of the Dream Team is watching right now, please add that to the list today. I definitely want to see whatever that is. Yeah, that's the choreography that everybody keeps telling me is like telling a story in itself. And I've said this before, it's no surprise to anybody, but J-Hope is like one of my favorites of the group by a thin margin. I've got others. but J-Hope is kind of my favorite. He's my guy. So I'm excited to see him start off this album, and I'm also excited to see that little choreography thing from start to finish, because as I've been trying to get into and understand what dance can mean and what choreography is and how to essentially tell a story through movement of your body, this is, you know, kind of intriguing to me. Again, I'm still no expert on it, but I'm still trying to like kind of pick apart the pieces here. All right, here we go. Let me see here. It's there. Hell yeah, Susie already knows what's up. This is why they're incredible, guys.
네, 브이라이브 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 10월 9일 카운트다운 방탄뉴스 앵커 진입니다. 오늘의 소식입니다. 방탄소년단이 정규 2집 앨범을 낸다고 합니다. 현장에는 슈가님을 모셨습니까?
That's the thing, man. So these guys, sorry to keep pausing here. They've got a bunch of little albums, but technically, I guess this is going to be their second album. I think Dark and Wild was their first official album, and this will be their first or their second official album. But I mean, they've got plenty of these little mini albums and mixtapes and stuff like that along the way. So it's pretty interesting. This is going to be the actual second evolution. So it should be like kind of a new era into where they stand at this point in history.
모였습니다. 네, 슈가입니다. 네, 지금 방탄소년단 이 정규 2집이 막 발매됐다고 하는데요.
What the hell is he doing?
혹시 방탄소년단의 정규 2집 앨범을 들어보셨나요?
네. 전장상이 굉장히 좋은데요. 그래서 어떻다고요? 네, 앨범이 대박이 날 것 같습니다.
All right.
저희의 1집 다크 앤 와일드였죠. 그 정말 제목처럼 굉장히 어둡고 또 불안한 그런 청춘 아니었습니까?
네네.
하지만 이번 앨범 윙스입니다, 여러분. 날개를 날아오르고 방탄소년단이 날아오를 준비가 됐다는 바로 그런 뜻인데요.
소년. 유혹을 만나다.
야,
빠밤 해주시기로 했잖아요. 뭔가 유혹하면 되게 우리 근처에 있어요.
그렇죠.
어떤 유혹이 있을까요?
주식, 먹고 싶은 거.
그렇죠. 먹고 싶은 게 있겠죠.
식욕.
그리고 우리 정국이 내일 뭐 스케줄 해야 되는데요.
자야 되는데.
자야 되는데 게임하고 싶고 그런 유혹이 있잖아요.
침대 밑으로 바로 컴퓨터가 보여요.
그런 소년의 뭔가 갈등과 고민을 뭔가 이렇게 느끼면서
데미안이 가장 많은 부분에서 이제 저희가 하고자 하는 얘기와 많은 흡사한 부분 접점이 있다고 느꼈어요. 그래서 이제 자켓이나 뮤직비디오 컨셉에 데미안에서 나오는 많은 오브제들이나 그런 요소들을 많이 차용을 했습니다.
자, 정규 2집 윙스
화이팅! 화이팅!
Things are heating up here.
멤버들과 저는 트렌드에 뒤처지지 않는, 그리고 나아가서 트렌드를 이끌 수 있는 음악을 시도해왔습니다. 방탄소년단의 세계관은 성장이라는 가치에 큰 무게를 두고 있습니다. 아티스트로서의 성장이며 동시에 사회 구성원으로서의 성장입니다.
Interesting.
本日最後の主人公は防弾少年団。
아 진짜요?
He does.
아니에요. 감사합니다. 옷이 고급스럽습니다.
High class.
네가 뭐 할 수조차 없어. 더 도망갈 수조차 없어. 내가 너무 달콤해.
요새 마청이 너무 성격이 이상해졌습니다.
원래 컨셉이 이런 컨셉이 아닌데.
회사에서 막았어요. 너는 잘생기고 그랬으니까 차가운 이미지로 조금 한번 가보자꾸나. 자연스럽게 원래 성격들이 조금씩 나오고 있지 않나.
분위기가 되게 많이 달라졌어요.
제가 바로 분위기 메이커죠.
네, 다음 질문이요.
섹시해졌다는.
섹시.
네, 다음 질문이요.
여기가 바로 자랑스러운 방탄소년단 아미 여러분.
저희 이제 녹화 가겠습니다. 음악 스탠바이. 3, 2.
ミステリアスな魔性の魅力を持つ
What is this?
7人の男。見るものすべてを虜にしてしまう防弾少年団です。
This looks like it's a live performance. Like a really nice set.
최근 서점가의 헤르만 헤셀 소설 데미안의 판매 부수가 갑자기 부쩍 늘었다고 합니다. 이게 아이돌 그룹 방탄소년단의 영향이라는데요.
SNS상에서의 인기를 반영하는 소셜 50과 월드 앨범, 월드 디지털송 등 세부
They're getting some crazy traction behind them.
뮤지션이 거둔 최고의 성적입니다.
Whoa.
부담이라기보다는 책임감이 조금 더 커지는 게 맞는 것 같아요. 항상 이럴 때일수록 저희가 하고 있는 것들, 그런 것들을 더 잘 계속해서 보여드려야겠다.
The song's growing on me.
오늘 영광 1위! 네, 감사합니다.
They win something?
결국엔 춤추는 별을 잉태하는 과정이고 과정에서 너무 자연스러운 거니까 방황해도 괜찮다. 지금 좀 유혹을 만날 수 있다. 그랬던 저희가 이제 이 시대에 지금 같은 동시대의 젊은 친구들에게 꼭 하고 싶은 말이거든요.
Embrace that chaos.
새 앨범 윙스로 미국 빌보드 앨범 차트에 2주 연속 이름을 올린 그룹 방탄소년단입니다. 첫 주 26위는 앨범 차트에서 한국 가수가 거둔 최고의 성적. 전 세계 아이튠즈 97개 차트 1위 등 놀라운 기록을 세우며 K-팝 새 대세로 우주선 기계를 물었습니다.
So they're starting to like get into superstardom lane here. You know, they were starting to build some real traction the last couple episodes, and you know, people were starting to kind of get to know them, and like the shock of them being, you know, on kind of almost like an independent label, not being a part of the major three, is kind of worn off. And at this point, they're kind of just being universally recognized on Billboard charts, and you know, in countries that aren't just Korea. I mean, they were kind of doing that before, but I guess now on a much larger scale. You know, when I reacted to this song, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I said that I wasn't really too sure about the song itself. It was kind of cool, but it was nothing really that stood out to me that I was like, oh, wow, this is really, really cool. I guess I was just kind of mesmerized by the video. But after listening to it a couple times, it's definitely starting to grow on me. Sometimes you just need to do that with music. You got to listen to it a couple times before it starts to grow on you. They get some incredible live performances here I'm seeing as well. Like I talked to Squeak, their toy was adorable. Yeah, they get some incredible live sets here and some awesome production as well. At some point, I'm going to have to revisit or visit, you know, some of these live shows, especially from this era.
음악을 믿고 들을 수 있는 팀, 믿고 볼 수 있는 팀, 그런 어떤 믿고 듣는 방탄소년단, 그게 제일 저희가 갖고 싶은.
Yeah, these are some pretty dramatic performances.
이규현성입니다. 아멘. 이거 진짜 대박입니다. 사랑해요. 아멘.
Army's coming out in force, huh? Voting for the guys? Hell yeah.
너무 아싸 오락남이 내가 원한 건 이게 아니었는데. 내가 원한 건 이게 아니었는데.
Oh no. Looks pretty good.
보세요. 쌀국수는 살 수 있던데.
어떤 이유에서죠?
내가 영양사가 아니라서.
했어요?
왜
살이 덜 찐 거예요?
팩체가 안한 것 같은데?
어떤 원리인가요?
이유가 있을까요?
어떤 원리죠?
쌀국수는 맛있기 때문에 맛있게 먹으면 0칼로리라거든요.
정확한
인정합니까?
인정.
네, 잘 있으니까 0칼로리 땅땅땅.
맛있게 먹으면 0칼로리다.
그렇지.
오늘 명언이군요.
진짜 못다 야 나 봐봐.
Loaded, are you serious?
네, 제가 거의 돼지인데 이거.
Come on, man, don't be so hard on yourself.
절망을 한다.
피땀 눈물 그 앨범 나올 때도 굉장히 고생 많이 했다고.
그때 제가 무슨 바람이 불어가지고 거울을 딱 보더니 잘생겨 보이고 싶은 거예요. 나도 좀 이제 외모가 괜찮은 멤버들 순위로 올라가고 싶다 이렇게 된 거였죠. 그래서 나도 살 좀 빼야겠다 해서 빼다 보니까 욕심이 너무 생겨가지고 10일간 한 끼만 제대로 먹고
10일에 한
끼? 대한민국 사람들이 좀 더
One meal in 10 days?
좀 더 높은 기준을 가지고 있으신 것 같더라고요. 다른 서양 나라에 비해서.
외모 얘기를 좀 많이 하다 보니까 여자든 남자든 기본적으로 한국 사람들이 많이 남들의 시선을 많이 신경 쓰는 것 같아요.
민지언니가 보고 있어. 애들 숨 못 쉰다, 숨 못 쉬어. 오늘 하루 먹으면 어때?
비인간적인 다이어트를 하잖아요. 그분들은 밥도 제대로 안 먹고 하루에 섭취해야 되는 기본 칼로리도 섭취하지 않고 그렇게 당연히 그 몸이 되어서도 안 되고요. 위험하고요.
Yeah, it's very dangerous, man. Dude, that's... You know, I was going to say, you know, Koreans are intense, you know, their culture's intense, which it is, you know. I've mentioned that many times, but the diet thing, that's a level of like starvation, and it's just not healthy, and I don't know, that sucks, man. Like, I mean, when you're working out that much anyway, when you're like dancing for that long, I mean, that's essentially just hours and hours of cardio. You should really be able to eat whatever they want, but I mean, I get it. And, you know, I mean, the standards of, you know, what other people think of you and everything sucks, you know. I get it. You know, we have it here in America. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. We all judge each other, and I mean, I just wish it wasn't, you know, because once you get to that point where you can like let go of judgment or let go of caring from other people's judgment, it's a huge weight off of your back. Ugh, God, I feel like a hypocrite right now because I'm saying this to you guys while wearing a hat, and I wear a hat because like I'm losing my hair and I got some grays, which I'm self-conscious about. And I'm saying here you shouldn't be worried about being judged, and here I am sitting on camera worrying about being judged. But you shouldn't, you know, you should, you know, especially when it comes to like dietary stuff and restrictions, it just becomes unhealthy. But once you stop caring about like people's judgments and stuff, you know, it does normally feel like a giant weight off your shoulders, you know, it's you know, it's just hard to do. And I guess it's pretty intense in Korea. You know, what's funny too, is I read something recently, somebody on my Patreon said that, you know, compared to like Korean beauty standards, like J-Hope, RM, and Sugar were like considered like not attractive people. Like they were considered like ugly. I'm like, what, really? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard for me to tell like I guess I can kind of tell what an attractive man is. But like, I think they're all, you know, good looking guys. I never thought once like the ugly crossed my mind at all. But I guess it's just kind of the standards. It just sucks. It sucks holding on to like those kind of, you know, I don't know, judgments and whatnot. Because you got to think of like whenever, like we've all judged people. Like I've judged people, you've judged people. There's no denying that, you know. Now I want you to think of like that moment when you did judge somebody, whether it was out loud, whether it was a conversation, whether it was gossip, whether you just like looked at somebody and instantly judged them. As you were doing that, did you really feel good about yourself? You may not have like been, you know, taking solace in your feelings and what was going on in your head, but like I guarantee in the back of your head you weren't like, oh, this is releasing endorphins. I'm feeling great right now from doing this. It's kind of a low point from everybody. And once you realize when you are being judged by people that they're kind of at a low point, you know, it chemically in their head when they're judging you like that, you tend not to care as much. But you still do. I mean, we're all human. We do. We care about what other people think about us. But when it gets to the point like this, when it's like dietary restrictions and like having one meal in 10 days, like that's just dangerous, man. Especially when you're like putting this much energy into something, this much physical labor into something. Dude could pass out. Like he could faint. He could hurt himself. There's a number of things could go wrong just from being a little bit skinnier.
4일 동안 4kg 뺐어요. 4일 동안 4kg가 빠져요?
하루에 2끼? 총 500칼로리 하루에.
예전에 사실
Jesus.
너무 안 먹으면서 다이어트를 심하게 해서 조금 힘들었어요 사실. 막 쓰러질 것 같고. 그래서 옛날에 닌게 맞고 사실 남자 사랑할 때라는 곡을 할 때는 닌게 꽂으면서 약간 맨날 응급실 가서 닌게 꽂고 맨날 밤에 그다음에 다음날 아침에 스케줄 뛰고 이랬었어요.
these ways of doing like diets and stuff should not be idol worthy at all.
No.
Then as soon as like one idol comes up that doesn't exactly fit that agenda, it's like shit hits the fan.
Oh, come on.
이거 좋다. 이거 기분 좋아.
I just really wish we'd change as a society, you know? I mean, think about even just beauty standards in general. Like, the only reason we find, like, super thin people, you know, really, really attractive, you know, like magazine, is because of, like, marketing companies. And, like, a lot of these pictures aren't real anyway. I think it does so much harm, you know, especially to young people. And they were fat shaming Suga. Jeez, just let the dudes fucking eat, man. Who cares? Come on.
형 이거 모르겠습니다.
You can tell it weighs on the guys too.
엄청 부었어.
Look at him.
뮤비 망했네. 우리 진.
Yeah, he's like the guys are literally worried about this. They're worried about being bloated. They're worried about being swollen. You know, they're worried about like looking a little bit, you know, chunkier than they did before. It's such like a superficial thing that shouldn't really even matter in like the collective art form of what this is.
굉장히 극단적으로 심하게 했었다고. 그때는 닭가슴살이 이렇게 팩으로 있으면 닭가슴살이 2덩이 이렇게 들어있어요. 네? 그거를 하루에 2팩을 먹으면서 1년 가까이를 버텼었어요.
Fucking year?
1년을 하루에 2팩으로? 영양실조 걸리고 막.
Yeah.
사장님이 자꾸 날 보시고 살이 쪘다고 하시는데 이 정도가 살이 많이 찐 건지는
항상 식단을 챙겨 먹는데 그만 먹으라고 한 최근이요. 너 자꾸 돼지라고 하는데 돼지라고 하시는 겁니까? 에이 나쁜 몸아.
If we're gonna try to change the stereotypical idea of what a K-pop idol should look like, we can let them know that it's okay to be thicker, to be healthier, if that means it's not compromising your health.
또 이제 자기 건강이나 자아실현 이런 것들에 더 중요성을, 그러니까 방점을 두고 미를 찾는다면은 이게 진짜 아름다움이지 않을까 생각해요.
살 같은 거 안 빼고 자연스럽게 빠지기 전까지는 그냥 막 살 엄청 빼고 이렇게 안 하기로 했어요.
Good. Good, man.
2016년 11월 29일.
It seems like the thinking behind this is kind of somewhat changed. And it bums me out that their management was even pushing them to lose more weight and restrict their calories to look better. I mean, I get it. Everything is riding on this. You want to look your best. You want to, you know, you want to portray that image. But at a certain point, if it becomes unhealthy, like, come on, man. We get so worked up and so wrapped up in ourselves, you know? And like when push comes to shove, like we probably shouldn't even care, you know? We're literally just a collective group of people sharing history in this one moment and sharing air, and that's about it. We're only here for a couple years, and then it's the next generation, and then they're only here for a couple years. It's the next generation. Like, we bog ourselves down with these stupid things that get sucked into our head that cause like anxieties and real problems with people. And it affects everybody from, you know, K-pop idols, you know, down to just the everyday man or woman. Everybody's affected by it. I don't know.
슈가야 로고. 오늘은 잘못 들었나 싶었었다.
방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
Now they're surprised.
Melon Music Awards.
Oh, I heard about this. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I'm not sure exactly what the Melon Awards are, but I've heard a lot of people talk about them. They legit look surprised. They're like, should we be here? Is there a mistake?
예상치 못하게
Yeah.
너무나도 큰 상을 받아서
굉장히 좀 벙쪄 있기도 했는데요.
무슨 감정이라고 말을 해야 될지 모르겠다. 무대로 올라가기 전에 생각이 들었던 게 그때 첫 신인상 받을 때가 생각이 나서 좀 더 뭔가 이렇게 올라오는 게 있었는데.
Hold on a second here. is the only idol group not under the big three to win the album of the year on the Melon Music Awards. Yeah, I've heard a lot about this music show. I don't know if this is a big deal or it's, you know, it's obviously a big deal to them. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but obviously this is a very popular show. And look at their faces. They're like, should we even be here? Is this real? Is this really happening? They're legit surprised right now. Very cool. And they're the first one that's not in the big three, kind of doing it themselves.
아멘! 감사합니다!
Thanks to the army.
그때 남준영이 마이크 대고 아미 고마워요 하는데 팬들이
Oh no, they're breaking down.
소리를 다 같이 이렇게 막 질러주는데 다 같은 그냥 감정이었을 것 같다는 기분이 막 들었다. 호석이 형이 그 함성을 듣자마자 자기도 모르게 그냥 바로 눈물 빵 이렇게 터졌는데 그냥
Oh man.
그냥 나도 모르게 나온 눈물이라.
모두 부모님 친구들 다시 한번 감사드리고 아미 사랑해요 아미 I love you
시간씩 하면서 느꼈지만 아 참 우리 팬들과
That's awesome.
우리 참 같은 감정을 공유하고 같은 생각을 가지고를 항상 느끼지만 또 느끼는 것 같다. 우리는 같이 이렇게 하는 거구나.
아 진짜
네, 내려가는데.
기대도 안 했어요. 진짜 기대도 안 했고 아직 너무 이르다고만 생각했는데 아 진짜 너무 감사합니다. 진짜 깜짝 놀랐어요. 진짜.
That's a look of somebody who's realizing they are just becoming a superstar right now. Apparently, this is a very big deal of a music show. They weren't expecting this. They're literally in shock right now. Oh, man. I'm going to have to look into more of like the Melon show and see what this is and why it's such a big deal. I mean, it's Best Newest Artist of the Year, and they're not in the major three, you know, publications. So I understand that, but this must be like the Grammys of Korea, or not the Grammys, or whatever they're called, of Korea. I don't normally watch these shows, so I don't know which one's which. Let me read chat here. I see a lot of you saying, yeah, this is a very big deal. Interesting. Like the AMAs. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. This kind of like had that kind of feel to it. I know, look at his face. Look at his face. That's awesome.
기대도 너무 이르다고만 생각했는데 와.
아미 너무 고마워.
Oh man, don't cry.
아미 고마워.
Wow.
아미 고마워.
That's cool.
와서 상을 보면서 생각을 해보니 참 이 상의 무게와 또 이 상을 받기 위해 노력했을 아미 여러분들이 너무너무 생각이 나서 솔직히 너무 감동이었고 꿈만 같은 일인 것 같다.
아무도 느껴볼 수 없는 그런 일을 우리가 하고 있구나. 막 이런 걸 느꼈던 것 같다. 아 고생했네. 이런 말은 별로. 앞으로 더 이쁘게 만들자. 이런 말이 더 맞는 것 같아.
저희 대성 받았습니다.
이 상 자체가 저희를 완전 뿌듯하게 해주는 상이라고 저는 생각을 하는데요. 솔직히 이제 목표가 뭔지 모르겠어요. 지금 이제 딱 이제 제가 이루고 나서는
Where do you go from here?
아니 뭐 우리가 여기가 끝이 아니지 않습니까?
그쵸.
우리가 하고 싶은 목표는 더 많고 하고 싶은 일은 더 많은데 뭐 되게 여러분이 되게 고생했지 않습니까? 그래서 그랬습니다.
진짜 고생했어요.
아미 여러분, 제가 V앱에서는 이제 목표가 이제 없다고 했지만은 차에서 내내 생각하는 동시에 목표가 하나 더 생겼습니다.
Yeah, what's that?
아미분들이랑 10년, 20년 오래오래
10 to 20 years.
하기. 그게 또 이제 또
That is ambitious.
그게 지나면 또 목표를 달성하는 거니까 그 목표가 또 이제 이루어지면 또 다른 목표를 제가 또 만들게요. 우리 아미 여러분은 항상 저희 7명 곁에서 많이 보살펴 주세요. 저희도 정말 열심히 할게요.
와 리허설 봤는데
힘들더라고요.
별로 인정하고 싶지 않지만 약간 멋있는데요.
아 정말요? 제가 이렇게 위에 딱 내달렸다가 무대 밑으로 이제 옷갈아입고 들어가면 막 그때부터 빨리 하다가 이제
자, 봐봐. 여러분 레전드로 만듭시다. 자, 16만만 레전드 갑시다. 오케이. 가자.
What is this?
My scene was not specifically built for that, but consistent of
Just floating over
with the devil. If the devil helped me in his clutches, the enemy was behind me.
He lost his ear. This is so theatrical. He's blindfolded. Dude. Dude.
Hotels combined, artist of the year.
Dude, things are about to get really theatrical here. I don't know what performance that was from or if it was from a tour or whatever, but I'm going to want to see that as well. Oh, man. This is going to be the art album. It's right here. At this point, they've got enough success behind them. People are starting to trust them. They're going to go out and they're going to do something completely different. And every artist kind of has this, well, that reaches some sort of success, has this point in their career when they have the ability to put out the art album. And I really think that's what we're about to get into here. This is so theatrical and beautiful. People keep telling me it gets better. It just gets better. Everything just keeps getting better. I'm really, really excited for this one. I'm hyped for this one. This must be another award. That was the 2016 Mama. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that.
태연. Hotels combined, artist of the year.
네, 수상자는
아이돌 중에 탑이라고 생각하는 그룹.
엑소요. 트와이스. 엑소랑 트와이스. 방탄소년단. 트와이스.
네.
트와이스랑 BTS.
I've heard a lot about Twice. I hear they're pretty good. And EXO.
트와이스?
엑소.
방탄소년단.
엑소?
엑소. 이거 엑소? 트와이스.
저는 그냥 뭐 엑소.
It's so competitive. Everybody's on the edge of their seats. Look at people freaking out.
방탄소년단.
방탄소년단. 방탄소년단입니다. 방탄소년단입니다.
Holy shit.
방탄소년단.
Wow, they're popping off.
방탄소년단.
방탄소년단.
국내외 음악 시장에서 자신들만의 영역을
Oh my god.
전 세계가 주목하는 정상급 아이돌 그룹으로 우뚝 섰습니다.
This is it. This is the superstardom. It's right here. Oh, the producer, Slow Rabbit. He's freaking out. Again, not under the big three. Oh man.
They came from such a small company with nothing, and they worked so freaking hard to be where they are right now. They make me believe that hard work does have its results.
Hell yeah.
진짜 감사합니다. 정말 데뷔 때부터 많은 일들이 있었고 안 될 거라고 하시는 분들도 정말 많았는데 이렇게 끝까지 믿어주셔서 정말 감사하고 저희가 정말 꿈에 그리던 일이었는데 이렇게 꿈을 현실로 만들어주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 저희를 항상 이끌어주시는 방시혁 PD님, 임원분들, 빅히트 엔터테인먼트, 좋은 음악 만들어주시는 피덕, 슬로우 래빗 형, 수프림보이, 그리고 우리 성득쌤, 성현이 형, 스태프분들,
So humble.
우리와 함께 해주는 스태프분들 정말 너무 감사하고
Thanking everybody right away.
현실로 만들어주셔서 정말 감사합니다. And armies all over the world.
아미 분들을 보니까 나도 모르게 눈물 왈칵.
Let's fly with our beautiful wings in 2017 as well.
Dude, this community.
Yes, love armies as always. Thank you very much.
진짜 우리도 고생을 많이 했고 아미도 고생을 많이 한 걸 잘 알고 있기 때문에
감사합니다. 저희 음악과 무대가 많은 분들께 꿈이 되고 희망이 됐으면 좋겠습니다. I hope that our stage and our performance and the music could be the hopes and dreams for many people of the world. Thank you very much. 진짜 열심히 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
God.
진영이 말했듯이 정말
It's hard to watch them break down. Dude, they are on top of the world right now.
감사합니다.
일단 써. 나오려고 그랬는데 제가 이번 윙스 나오기 전에 앨범 나오기 전에 남준이랑 둘이서 진짜 펑펑 울면서 이야기했거든요. 데뷔 전에 우리 정말 지상식 보면서 내가 보면서 우리는 언제 데뷔하고 우리 언제 상반자고 오늘 좋은 날이니까
앞으로 더 열심히 하겠다. 이건 뭐 항상 하는 말이고 이제 시작이라고 생각합니다.
Oh, come on! That was it? Oh, I feel like I say this every time, but I felt like we were like 10 minutes into that. I don't, at some point there's going to be a BTS movie, I would imagine, you know, like why wouldn't there be? But I mean, whoever makes that movie has got some serious competition. The Rise of Bangtan. They should just string all these things together, just make it like one 9-hour-long movie and put it in theaters. I bet you it would sell like crazy. Okay. All right. Yeah, that went way too fast, man. That went way too fast. Yeah, good stuff, man. I mean, it's always fun to see them kind of on the up and up and see them like, you know, their hard work starting to pay off. We've been slowly starting to like see a lot of that over the last couple episodes, you know, just more and more fans, you know, more and more love. But I don't think we've seen it on this level yet. And we've seen true and utter shock from the guys. Like they didn't think that they were going to be winning some of these crazy awards. They thought maybe someday they had the dream that maybe many years from now or then, you know, that they may have won the best new artist of the year on the Melon Awards, which I guess is a big deal, or any of that. But they did it ahead of time. And they did it on their terms, man. And they did it as the underdog. BTS is like the best underdog story of all time. By all accounts, they should not be where they are right now. They literally just put their head down and they grinded. They've had to deal with so many things, so many issues, so many companies slandering them, so many people slandering them. You know, not having the budget like the big guys do, you know, not being on the major shows, you know, like the big guys do. You know, they did it on their own terms. They put out album after album and they were incredibly honest and authentic every step of the way. And right now, at this moment in time, they are on top of the world and they can feel it. Not only from these awards, but from what they're seeing from the army. And they are realizing that they have an absolute powerhouse behind them of just love and support. And I mean, that kind of energy, that kind of vibe, that, I don't know, it's infectious, man. It's infectious. Oh man, I'm so excited for this one. This is gonna be the art album, guys. This is 100% gonna be the art album. I'm so excited to do it. But let's talk more about this episode here. God dang, this goes so fast. Goes so fast. What I didn't like, but I mean, I think it's impertinent and it's important to know, was obviously, you know, the dietary restrictions. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if things have changed. This, you know, this was 5 years ago, but I mean, we just, our standards of what beauty is and how we hold each other to a higher form of value based on looks is, I think it's just stupid, but unfortunately it's just what we do. Hopefully some days we grow and we can evolve as people. We're just not kind of like that anymore. I mean, everybody's just beautiful in their own way, no matter your weight, no matter what you look like, any of that stuff. Like you're so incredibly lucky to be here right now. Every single one of us, not here on stream, but here on planet Earth, sharing this moment in history with all of us right now. Like the odds of you being born, the odds of you sharing this moment in life, like is so astronomical. It's like winning the lottery 1,000,000 times over every single day for like the rest of your life. And even that doesn't even compare. We can't be bogged down and focusing on stupid, superficial things like whether we like the way somebody looks or dresses or how fat they may be or thin they may be. I get it, man. I get it. Us as humans, you know, we're going to be more attracted to certain things, a certain body type, but that doesn't mean like you are worthless or you are less than anybody else if you're not always everybody's exact body type, you know? But I mean, like I said, who am I to judge and who am I to really say like these preachy moments when I'm like sitting here right now, like wearing my own mask, you know? So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll heed my own advice, you know? But this was fun. This was a fun episode. Dude, they do such a good job. Such a good job. They need to string these together and just make one giant movie out of it. I would totally go to the theaters and see it. That would bring me back to the movie theaters. But this was a fun one. I'm going to watch the end of the credits here. I forgot last time. And then I'm going to move the party over to Twitch, and I'm going to be going through the album Wings. Yeah, I'm going to go through it track by track, and I'm pretty excited to do it. Like I said, this is going to be the art album. This is going to be the 100% complete creative control album, and I'm excited to see what happens on this album, and then I'm excited to see what happens after that anyway. Where does it go from there? You know, what is the next goal? All right, let's watch the rest of this episode.
빛나는 건 영원하지 않아. 햇빛이 눈부셔 눈을 찡그려도 시간이 지나면 익숙해져. 하늘 높이 올라간데도 부르기만 하던 것들도 순간은 영원하지 않아. 하지만
What is happening? Oh my god.
세상은 멈춘 듯 느려지고
This looks dramatic.
그 빛은 사라지지 않아.
Oh my god. Do you know how hard it is to stop these things just one a week? I'm invested, man. The face.
그렇죠. 2000년도 좋아하는 카메라를 한 바퀴 돌려줘야 됩니다.
형님, 이것은 무엇입니까? 이것은 무엇입니까? 야.
여러분이 기대하셔야 될 건 등이 아닙니다.
못생긴 표정 한 번만 해달래요. 하나, 둘, 셋.
힘을 보여주셔서. Oh, that's the hard thing.
No power, thank you.
There it is. Man, it's so difficult. I'm invested, guys. It is so difficult to stop and just do one of these a week. I just want to like sit down or like spend like a day and just go through them all. I'm going to do that. Once I finish this whole thing, I'm just going to sit down and rewatch them all. And if you're not familiar with who this is, it's the Rise of Bangtan series. I should have a link down. Oh, damn it. I forgot to put a link in. I'll put a link in after I'm done with this stream. You got to check their whole website out. They got a bunch of deleted scenes. They got bonus content. I'm going to be swinging back around and doing reactions to all the deleted scenes and all the bonus contents up on Patreon if you want to see that. I've seen a couple of them. It's really interesting. The quality is just as good as this production right here. But please, if you haven't already, check out the Rise of Bangtan. Give them a sub because they do some fantastic work over there. And oh, hey, one other thing I want to mention too. This whole series that they do, they don't get paid for this. Yeah, there's no money. Like they can't monetize these videos. They actually go out of their way to put BTS music in there to make this a better viewing experience for everybody else, even at the loss of actual revenue for themselves. This is truly a labor of love. So do show them some support. But right now, I'm going to stop things over here on YouTube, and I'm going to start the party back up over on Twitch. There is a link to my Twitch, probably in this video somewhere if you scroll down in the description. If you want to hang out for a little while and see my live reaction to Wings, come hang out. If this is goodbye, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for being with me. It's so nice to see so many of you guys keep coming back Sundays and enjoy this journey with me. I mean, this community, the BTS army, is so kind, and doing these reactions, I've come across a ton of fandoms. Some are cool, some are kind of creepy, but the BTS fandom, for sure, the army for sure, is one of the most intense, cool group of people I've ever met. I've got tremendous amounts of respect for all of you guys. You're just so kind, embracing, and it just, I don't know, it's just so nice to me as I'm going through this thing, you know? So many times people get like really bossy and mean, and they can, you know, say some pretty horrible, hurtful things. But the BTS army is just like on a different level of consciousness. It's beautiful. So thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing this experience with me. I'm going to stop things right now, and I'm going to start things over on Twitch in just a couple of minutes once I open up my new broadcasting software. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today, and I guess I'll see you all next Sunday if this is goodbye. All right. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hell yeah. All right, let's stop this.